Okay, so took a trade on NASDAQ this morning. I'll go over it on the 4 hour on both pairs. So on the 4 hour, I didn't really have too much to go off of, except for the fact that we came down and on Sunday we opened and we took out this low. There's no daily level really that we took out, or no imbalance we're expecting on the daily. Took this low out. We were just kind of moving up. So nothing really on the 4 hour that gave me a huge bullish idea, besides the fact that we've been trending up slowly for the past like 2 months. So I just went on the hourly, and there were two things I had in mind. One is that there's two kind of fair value gaps on both pairs on the hourly. We have one right here that we're respecting, a bearish imbalance. We have a bullish imbalance that we're respecting, and it was on both pairs that we were doing that. So I just kind of viewed this as kind of like a consolidation type of move, even though we kind of are going. Looks like we're going in kind of a direction right here. But if we were to play it back, it's like this seems like consolidation to me, kind of. So when this is happening and we have two imbalances that we're respecting, I solely could go either way. I have no like bias that I want to go with, that like just like pinned. Like I'm not overly bullish, I'm not overly bearish for the day. So I just marked out key levels. I marked out London high and this low, this hourly low right here, and then Asia low, or not Asia low, just like midnight, probably just midnight low is what that was. And I did the same thing. We had the same highs and the same lows and the same times on both pairs, and just the hourly imbalances. So we scroll down. Today we had news at 9:45 and 10. We actually also had news at 3 a.m. I don't remember while I was speaking, but red folder news at 9:45 a.m. and then orange folder news at 10 a.m., which was existing home sales. So I wasn't against entering before 9:45, but I just thought it would be unlikely for me to enter because I don't really enter trades in the first 10 minutes of market open, so I just leave 5 minutes before red folder news comes out. So I wasn't against it, but I wasn't like I was probably going to enter after the trade. I mean, after the news came out. Anyways, market opened and we came down on NASDAQ. We took out this hourly low. We just missed this low right here. We took this low out, tapped back into the hourly fair value gap. And then on ES at the same time, we did not take this low out. All we did was take out these low leverage liquidity levels, and we didn't tap into the hourly fair value gap. Didn't hit the hourly draw on liquidity on this low, making a bullish SMT. So that initially made me bullish. Seeing this draw, seeing the low get taken out, along with the bullish SMT, along with me having a mixed bias if it can go either way for the day, I was pretty solid that okay, since we did this, we're gonna go up. So this is how my first plan was gonna go. I like to take the not lagging index like for a trade. So I was really looking at ES to take the trade of, and I was watching this. We had this 1 minute fair value gap that we displaced with this candle right here. So I was really looking for just this to be entered into, this level to be entered into. I would have put my stop below this, and my one and only take profit would probably just be right here. I wouldn't have any extended take profits because there's not really any significant highs above here, and it's just a fair value gap. So I would want to enter right there. But even though it is 936, we did displace and disrespect this fair value gap, heading towards that. And I also like to check the other two time frames. It's a lot cleaner on the 2 minute. We have this 2 minute fair value gap, disrespected it. I mean, we could have entered on this. Either way, just probably would have been a better risk reward if I went on the 1 minute fair value gap into the 2 minute instead of the 2 minute fair value gap. But price did not come down to fill this fair value gap at all, and it just kept going up. So I was looking at NASDAQ, and I was kind of too distracted on ES because we didn't really displace on NASDAQ, but since we still displaced on ES and both the pairs are correlated and there's S&T, I still believe that even since we didn't displace yet, it was still going to go up. So I would have entered right here, possibly. I was hesitant, because this is such a big stop loss. I don't know where I would have put it, really. And price did end up going in to this fair value gap, but I wasn't even on NASDAQ while this happened. So even if I wanted to, and I was sure I wanted to enter, I would have missed it. To go on to the trade that I actually took was this trade right here. We pushed up heavily. We were really close to the drawn liquidity that I want to see get taken out for the day. And we made this win-win fair value gap. And when price re-entered, I entered. I didn't put my stop right here because I feel like that stop was really small, especially if we wanted to kind of retrace more a little bit and shop around. One thing when it comes to entering closer to when price was, when it comes to entering close to where liquidity was grabbed, right here, down here, or right here, for example, the lowest point that price went before it started to displace, instead of up here, is that if we enter down here, we have more room for price to just kind of do what it wants to do before it goes up. So I was kind of hesitant with that, and I also didn't want to put it down here because then the risk reward wouldn't be good. So I just kind of gave it a little bit more room. It was like a 2 to 4, pretty much. It was around there. And yeah, I had my first take profit. One thing that I had in mind when we came up and we took this level out at 954, I was really and tapping this hourly fair value gap. I was slight chance in my mind, I didn't know if we were gonna want to come down after taking that level out or not. Guys, you never know. But I wasn't super convinced that we were gonna just reverse off of that. But again, entering so close and so high up to this, if we were gonna retrace a bit from taking that level out before we went up higher again, I am right here, not down here entering. So I was okay, I'm not going to let this trade get away from me. Since I wasn't heavily in profit, I'm not going to let it get away. So one thing that I've taken into note is I'm not taking any partials unless it's at least a 2R. That's one thing I'm going to get into after this, is a trade that I almost took. No, a trade that I did take. But the RR wasn't very good. I don't know if I already made a recap on it. I might have. I don't think I did. Maybe I did. I'm still going to just go over it. But I took a trade last week. I had one loss and one win, but the win was significantly smaller than my loss because I took half my position off at a 1-to-1, and then I got break even, so it was barely even any profit. So I took I marked this high out, and I took 20 out of the 37 contracts off right here, and then left the rest to go up here after I put my stop to break even. honestly, after that, I feel like it's just nerves that make me want to take profits like that. Because I'm going to go over all of the trades I've taken. Because I feel like it's like this is useless to just take profit right here. Because more time, I don't think there has been a time where it takes this out and stops me out. Like on the trade that I was just talking about where I hit the first take profit for a 1-to-1. And then stopped me out. It just stopped me out and then went back up to my my final take profit. That was my initial take profit. So I think moving forward, I'm just going to leave like my take profits to only higher time frame ones, not just taking like low leverage ones. Like right here, like this was an hourly high. This was the only hourly high, the London high. Like I'm not just going to I don't want to take profits at short-term highs right here like I have been, because I feel like I just haven't seen it not take out. Like I haven't seen it not follow all my rules where it takes liquidity, displaces, and then it doesn't take out a higher time frame opposing liquidity. So moving forward, I think I'm going to take less partials moving forward, and I don't think the win rate really changed, and the risk reward will change by a lot. Because if you look at this, I made about what was it? This trade I made like 3,000. So it was really just a 1-to-2. So it was a 2R trade, and it could have been I'm going to replay. It could have been like could have been a 36. Like I could have made 600. It's not that big of a difference, but over time, it'll definitely like stack up. Same like the last one I did, which I will go over. I believe it was Friday. Was it Friday? No, it was Thursday. I definitely just took it out. No, it was Tuesday. I'm done. So this is Monday. This is the L. On Tuesday. Right here. So I'm not going to bring any of the levels up. Actually, I will. For the sake of gaining some knowledge off of this. The 4-hour, I was kind of bullish. Because we were in this at the time, 4-hour short value gap. 1 hour. We had this high up here. We had this low. Damn. This is why I need to start doing it like immediately. Like I need to stop procrastinating. Because I don't remember exactly all of the things I did to enter the trade. Because there wasn't an hourly level taken out. Oh, that's the wrong pair. Hold on. Because there wasn't an hourly level taken out. So why did I enter this trade? Let's see. So 9:30 came down. Took this level out on market open. I think just because we are kind of respecting this and we had already taken out these lows and already started displacing and then displaced right here, I feel like that's why I was fine with entering. Yeah, that makes sense. Just like the pure based off the fact that we took this low out, partial low, and then displaced, and probably were respecting. We retraced the equilibrium of this. We took out London low and we had like a bullish SMT, I think. Low. No, we just made equal lows. But we we were already displacing. Yeah, we came back. We're respecting this 15-minute fair value gap, and we're displacing. Yeah, the rest is just everything is here except for a higher time frame drawn liquidity getting taken. But we were just displacing so much that I think that's why I was willing to enter the trade. But there was a level right here that I took a partial right here. It was a higher time frame level. It was an hourly level right here that I took a partial at. But what I'm getting at is I need to leave. I need to leave. Oh, I need to leave the at least like to it just the risk reward wasn't good enough. Unless I let it go to here, it still isn't the best, but it's still a trade. You know, it's still an alright trade for a dub. So if I were to let this go up and just hit this and just been patient, then it would have been a better trade. And another thing with the partials that I just thought about, that I just remembered about wanting to talk about is it's just because we're so close. Like, look how close price is. Like, the only time I'd probably want to take a partial is if it's like farther away, like up here. So it has so much more room to move, you know, instead of before it goes up. By taking a partial like right here, just asking to get stopped out. So yeah, just those are the trade recaps for the last two possible trades. Moving forward, yeah, we have Powell speaking tomorrow and Wednesday. I don't trade usually on Powell speaking at all. He's speaking at 10 tomorrow, but my mentor Andre, he's telling me, you know, just to watch price and, you know, don't be scared to trade because of Powell. Just be, if price is being good, if like you have good price action, then just enter. So I'll keep that in mind, but I might not take a trade. I'll be less likely to take a trade. But if it's like pretty A+ setup, I won't be scared to take the trade. Yeah, so going in after tomorrow and Wednesday with Powell speaking both days, it's just a regular week with news. It's just core PCE price index on Friday, revised consumer sentiment on 10 a.m. Friday, and then Thursday is just unemployment claims. So that's how this week's going to look for trading. And yeah.